Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Asgardians and mutants alike. Welcome to another Liam Aiden gameplay video. Back with more Marvel Strike Force today, where we're going to finally be completing our Infinity Watch lineup as we unlock Adam Warlock. Now, Adam Warlock unlocks through the roving Infinity Watch event, so it comes around every few weeks or so. I've just kind of been sleeping on this unlock, something I could have done a while ago, but I'm going to get around to it this time today. Now, he is a 5-star unlock, so we're going to need to go up to tier 5 in order to unlock him. And in order to unlock Adam Warlock, you need to use X Factor and Jubilee. So you need to have them at 5 stars, and then there are gear requirements too, which we'll go over in just a second. Let's take a look at the squad we're going to be using today. But before we do that, I just want to take a quick look at the Infinity Watch squad, or rather the Infinity Watch squad minus Adam Warlock, otherwise known as Watch, because what people do, this is just for those of you out there who still may be building the squad, is they'll use the 4 more accessible Infinity Watch tunes, so that's Gamora, Nebula, Phyla-Vell, and Moondragon, and then they'll add Kestrel to that lineup. As you can see, I've got here, and this is commonly called Watch, so you're going to see this a lot in game. It's just the way people use Infinity Watch before they can unlock Adam Warlock. I've had a ton of success with this team in war, in raids, all over the place, and as you can see, I've taken them up relatively high. They're at 441,260 power. I'm definitely going to be taking several members up even higher than that, so I just wanted to show you this is the squad that you're probably going to be using if you're not quite ready to unlock Adam Warlock yet. Okay, let's get on over and look at X Factor. So first of all, we're going to take a look at Longshot. Now, Longshot and Shatterstar, collectively known as Dad Bros for reasons I am not going to get into right now, it's to do with the comics. And I've actually taken both of them up to Gear 14, and that's because I used them initially in my first run through DD3, Dark Dimension 3, so I needed to have them up at Gear 14 for that reason, so they are going to be way overpowered for this event. That said, level 75, Gear Tier 14, but I've not really gone too far on anything else with them. I've only got 5 stars on Longshot, 4 of them are red, and I'm using the Raider ISO 6664 on his abilities. So Shatterstar, same setup, though I've only got 2 red stars on him there, hence the drop in power. And again, I'm using Raider ISO on him. Now, I don't have any blue ISOs on this particular lineup. They're all just green, but Shatterstar and Longshot are the only 2, I believe, that are that full 5 level for the first ISO. Multiple Man. Multiple Man is a super useful protector or tank in the game. Now, I only have him up at level 70 and Gear 13. That's definitely a usable level. I use him in Blitz and also War pretty effectively. 5 stars, only 4 of them red, and I'm using the Healer ISO on him. This setup is really for, when I use X Factor without Jubilee, actually use Psylocke in there. I don't know how well it's going to work in this unlock, but I don't think it's going to be an issue for us. Final X Factor member is Polaris. She is the lowest power here. Again, I've only got her on level 70, Gear Tier 13, 5 stars, but only 3 red, and I'm using Raider ISO number 1 on her. Nothing super exciting to say about Polaris. She's a fine tune, and I think she will do well in this unlock. So finally, that brings us to Jubilee, the only legendary and the only member of this squad who doesn't really belong. You want to be using Jubilee if you have her with your X-Men, your astonishing X-Men lineup, but we'll see how she does here. Again, I've only got her on level 70 and Gear Tier 13. I'm using the Striker ISO, and she's only on 3 of the green, that first level ISO, and 4 red stars. Now you'll see I do have a T4 on her passive ability here, the only T4 that we've got in the lineup, and as you can see here, it's going to do us absolutely 0 good because it only has synergy with X-Men, the astonishing X-Men, so it's going to be as if I basically don't have that T4 on her at all. That said, we're definitely going to meet the requirements here. I don't think this is going to be an issue. That's the lineup. Let's head on over and see how we do. Okay, so tier numero uno here to get our first 15 shards, and it looks like there aren't any requirements, so they're probably just going to give us some tunes for this first tier. So you can go ahead and do this first tier, get your first 15 shards of Adam Warlock without doing any gearing up or farming anybody in particular. Yep, they're giving us Adam Warlock, Moondragon, and Phyla-Vell. Let's see how we do here in the first tier of this unlock. Only 61,000 power, so it looks like this is going to be an easy one to start us off. Okay, let's see what we are up against here. Looks like there's some Black Order we're going to have to get through, and some Kree. Okay, so Adam Warlock's basic ability applies bleed to enemies while extending their negative effects. Nice. His special ability can decimate enemy protectors, while his ultimate ability applies Safeguard to himself and his Infinity Watch allies. Okay, nice. Lots of synergy there with the fellow Infinity Watch. Let's see if we can do this. Now, this is a super weak Infinity Watch light team that they've given us here. Let's check out these abilities on Adam Warlock first. Okay, attack primary target for 290 damage, prolonged duration of all negative effects, and stun. Excluding ability block and stun. Apply 2 bleed to the primary target. Attack primary target for 300%, apply ability block. Ability block to all enemy protectors. Apply disrupted to all enemy protectors. Okay, nice. So this is really taking aim at enemy protectors. Let's do that because we've got 2 Cull Obsidians on the field there. Perfect. So we've got ability block and disrupted on both those Cull Obsidians there. Nice. I'm liking this a lot. So we got to wait for those taunts to go down, but once they do, if that disrupted is still in place there, they won't be able to reapply those. So that is nice. Cull Obsidian, of course, kind of annoying because he retaliates anytime you attack a Black Order ally. So apply Safeguard to allies. Wow. Okay, and then there's Chain with a lot of damage there, and we get Safeguard to all Infinity Watch allies. This is nice. Boom, and we got that Safeguard there. Like it a lot. I think I'm just going to dispel that bleed on Moondragon. And then, you know what? Let's take out this Creeper. Let's actually try and take out Ebony more. I know this is going to prolong it a little bit because we're going to keep getting those counterattacks from Cull Obsidian there, but... And even though we don't need it, I think I'm going to do an AoE here, even though we didn't need that heal. There we go. Boom. So that bleed has taken care of Ebony Moore there. He will not survive his next turn meter gain there. Won't be able to take his next turn. So we can just focus on getting rid of Cull. Oh, okay. Philovel took him out anyway, but look at all this death proof on the Cull's Obsidians. The Cull's Obsidians. This is going to take a long time just to hack through them, especially because this is such a weak squad they've given us here. This is probably going to be the longest battle we do, actually, I think. Boom, there we go. Okay, let's up the speed here because we wanna cut through this, I think, and get to play with the actual tunes from our own toy box. But I am enjoying having Adam Warlock here, and it kind of gives you a taste of how you're going to use him when you put him in that full Infinity Watch squad there. But even at this lower level, you know, the team's not really taking any damage, right? We had a stun there on Adam Warlock, but everyone is super healthy. Did use a little bit of healing on Moondragon, but... I mean, we used Moondragon's healing abilities, but we didn't really need them. We would do fine without them. Case in point. Boom. There we go. Boom. Okay. So that was nice to get a little bit of a test drive for Adam Warlock. But a very easy opening tier, and they give you those characters there to try out. There we go. So the first 15 in the bag. Only need 295 more before we hit the unlock. No problem at all. Alright, let's move on to tier number 2 here. Now let's see what they're saying the requirements are. So 2 stars, gear tier 6, it's the requirements, but they're recommending level 35 and level 3 abilities. So we are way above that. I'm actually happy with this lineup here with Jubilee in the middle and multiple man on the side like that for his taunt when he brings in those protectors. So 340, almost 341,000 power. That's the total that we're rocking today. This honestly is going to be overkill. You don't need anything like this for the unlock. I just left it too long and powered up my tunes too greatly. So we're going to fly through this, especially these first few tiers. Not going to be any issue. Alright, let's see what we're up against. So some mutants and a Magneto. So not looking forward to the blind. We'll have to see how effective it is. Obviously that Magneto is going to be significantly weaker than our squad. So we get to borrow a Philovel, okay, but she's a super weak Philovel. So let's see if we can take out Magneto. I don't think we can. Yep. Okay, so only blinded Jubilee. That's not bad. I'm not going to sniff at that. That's awesome. Boom. So when I said they were overpowered, I was not exaggerating. One AoE from Shatterstar there took out pretty much the entirety of that first wave. Boom! Long shot took out the second wave. I'm just going to stick to there we go. Stick to basic on Jubilee for the moment. Boom! Polaris taking out the rest of them there. Easy peasy. Boom! More shards in the bag. That is tier 1 down. So there you go. Super overpowered. I definitely think you could do that at Gear 6. At Gear 6, I think there would be a walk in the park. X Factor, not an amazing squad, but pretty powerful nonetheless. So Gear Tier 3 need 3 stars. They're recommending a Gear Level 40 and Level 4 abilities, and you need Gear Tier 8 in order to unlock this tier. They've started adding in these Gear Tier requirements, so not just stars, but Gear 2. I think that's to get around people kind of taking one character up and basically soloing it, keeping everyone not bothering to invest in the other characters, just having the stars required to unlock. Ghost is a prime example of that for Jubilee, in fact. Okay, so this team is far too weak to do any damage to me here. And we're borrowing Moondragon this time, obviously. So let's open up with this AoE again. Boom, there we go. Cleared the first wave, except for Ms. Marvel. There we go, Jubilee took her down. Let's do it, let's do, boom. So we've got to try and take out, okay, I was going to say we've got to try and take out Minnie, but we took her out. Boom. Black Bolt here is going to be our primary target, but again, this is a walk in the park. Boom. So we'll check the gear requirements as we move through the tiers, but honestly, I think if you had everybody at Gear 12, you could probably do this 5-star unlock. We'll see when we get there what the actual requirement is, but in terms of difficulty, so 100 shards. So we are getting there, well on our way to that 310. Okay, so Gear Tier 4 already. So 4 stars, Gear Tier 10, they're saying level 55, and abilities 5+. Looks like we're going to get to borrow Gamora this time. Let's do it and take a look. See who we are up against this time around. Okay, some symbiote action. Some random Ravagers as well. Yondu. Okay, let's take out Venom first if we can. Boom. Bye-bye Screams. Let's drop. Boom. Lovely. So they are getting tougher, right? These AoEs are not as deadly as they were at the beginning, where they were just completely wiping out the enemy, but we are still super OP. Okay, let's switch to Anti-Venom here. Don't want him resurrecting anybody. Boom. Okay. Honestly, the amount of synergy that X Factor has, no, Jubilee's not X Factor, but everyone else here, at Gear 10, I still think that would be a walk in the park. Boom! There we go. Tier 4 done. So, see, Tier 1 was by far the slowest battle for us. We are flying through this, and we are ready to unlock Adam Warlock. Here we go. The 5th unlocked tier. I need 130 shards, and this is where we get them. So you need to be Gear Tier 12, okay, an ISO 8 level 3. They're recommending level 65, level 6 for abilities, and 4 red stars. So we're not there on the red stars, but we are so high on everything else, this is not going to be an issue. We're off to planet Morag, so who are we going to get this time? I guess probably Nebula is the only Infinity Watch member that we have not borrowed so far. Yep, here she is, about to join us. Boom, there we go. Okay, so Nebula going to do real minimum damage because she's much weaker than everybody else. Let's open up with these devastating AoEs. Boom. So we're still doing a lot of damage. Yeah, let's get some decoys up. There we go. Okay, so Thanos is joining the fight. Too little too late, I think. We have got this. See if we can take him out. Oh, very nearly, very nearly. That was close. Boom, there we go. Bye-bye, Thanos. Oh, okay, another Mini. So let's take out Mini. Then I think we're going to focus on Korath, just because he can be a little rude, throwing around some taunts. Boom, bye-bye Minerva. Okay, Korath is blinded now. Boom, now he's gone. There we go. Down to just Cull, Obsidian, and Ronan. Boom, Ronan's down. Boom, Cull Obsidian is down. That is it. Tier 5 completed. 310 Adam Warlock shards in the bag. We are at the unlock, folks. That was incredibly easy. I don't know why I slept on that for so long. Well, I only got Jubilee recently, of course. I'll pop a link to the video for that down below in the description. Let's do it. Let's unlock Adam Warlock. Boom. And I've got 5 red stars on him as well. That is awesome. So he is definitely going near the top of my list of characters to power up so that I can add him in there to that Infinity Watch lineup. Doesn't quite have a fidget, but I do love that energy kind of pulsing, sparking around his hand right there. And I like the cloak too. That is a pretty cool model. ISO, I think I'm just going to use Striker ISO on him just to take advantage of the vulnerability that the rest of that Infinity Watch squad, with the way I've got them set up with the ISOs, they're going to be throwing around a lot of vulnerability. So I think Adam Warlock's going to be able to take advantage of that if I just use Striker. If you have any other recommendations for ISO, let me know down below. Also, have you unlocked Adam Warlock this time around? Maybe you unlocked him previously. What do you think of him? How does he impact your Infinity Watch team? I know that he can kind of take them up to the next level, but Castwatch is already pretty impressive, so I am excited to start trying him out in war amongst other places. Well, there you go. That is the Adam Warlock unlock. What did you think? Let me know down below. Again, if you are using Adam Warlock, I'd love to hear how you are getting on. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me today. If you have found this video informative or entertaining in any way, please consider giving it a like, a thumbs up down below. I really do appreciate it, and it helps out the channel. And while you're here, why not consider subscribing to Liam Maiden Gameplay? I drop new gameplay videos for Marvel Strike Force and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes every single week, and I would love to have you along for the ride. That is all from me and Adam Warlock today. I will see you in the next one. Until then, look after each other.